Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm sharing this video with you to introduce a pilot project that I will be launching at end of April this year. The project is called Becoming a Vehicle of Abundance. Yeah. Now I'm sure you're aware, based on all the materials out there, that abundance is more than just money. But the truth is, money is the first thing that comes to mind whenever we see or hear the word abundance, correct? Well, like it or not, I'm sure each and every one of us want to manifest for more money. And this is because we want to put food on the table, we want to pay for our financial commitments, we want to educate our children, we want to enjoy life, right? But mostly we want to manifest money to feel more safe and secure. Yeah. But money seems to be an elusive thing, right? For some people, money comes so easily, like an open tap, free flow. Whereas and for others, money comes very easily and then goes away, or sometimes money doesn't come at all. Yeah. So what is it about money and its energy that no matter how hard or how much we want to manifest, we seem to feel insecure with it and insecure without it as well? We feel the terror of not having enough. And let's face it, we are all living in relative comfort, but yet we are beset by this constant fear of not having enough. Yeah. So how can we feel secure about having enough, and that more will come to us? How can we stop agonizing about money and abundance? Yeah. So a couple of years ago, I found myself in that agonizing state. No, nothing terrible happened to me financially, but I was just all of a sudden, was having this fear of not having enough, and that fear had a very, very tight grip on me to the extent where I just felt so paralyzed, unable to make any proper decisions at all in moving forward. Yeah. So I had invested in money coaching programs in the past. Okay, I signed up for all these, free master classes online, and I even attended financial meditations in the past and all that kind of stuff, financial abundance. All that, okay, a lot of the principles that I learned from those sessions, to now I still apply them, but all that didn't seem to release me from that tight grip of scarcity until I came across this book. Okay, the book is called It's Not Your Money, and How to Live Fully from Divine Abundance. Okay, before I go on further, I just want to say this video is not a paid sponsorship. Okay, all right. There's a reason why I personally want to talk about this book. So when I came across this book, I didn't feel inclined to read it immediately, because I thought that, oh, this is going to be one of those, how to make more money books by money gurus. But what happened was, just prior to that, I came across its oracle cards, the Divine Abundance oracle cards. And I just loved the cards. The messages resonated with me, or rather I resonated with the messages so clearly that I was very curious about the creator of this oracle cards, Tosha Silver. So I googled her, and then I learned that she wrote a couple of books, including this one. Okay, so there was a part of me that was quite drawn to this book. Maybe it's Goddess Lakshmi. Okay, Goddess Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance, wealth, and prosperity. The book is nothing religious at all. Okay, and in fact, she hardly write about Goddess Lakshmi, but she recognizes the goddess as, the goddess of abundance. Yeah. So, yeah. So I bought the book, and I read it, but at that time when I read it, I didn't know that it was going to help me or not. At some point, I felt really desperate to read it anyway because I wanted to release this fear of scarcity. But there was another part of me that also felt very curious. Like somehow or other, there was my intuition told me that this is going to be very different, and true enough, it is completely different from what I had expected. So Tosha, the author, she didn't write steps on how to make more money, or how to manifest more money. Instead, what she wrote to help readers to understand a couple of things. Okay, one is how important it is to create a trusting, loving, supportive, and enabling relationship with money. Okay, money is energy, and in the book she wrote about how we can actually have that kind of trusting and loving relationship with money. Yeah. Okay, and the book also she also wrote about the importance of detachment, surrendering, and letting go. She also wrote that the desires that we have, whether it's material or non-material, it doesn't matter whether they are good or bad or right or wrong, but the problem, the issues is because we have very strong attachments to our desires, and that's the reason why sometimes we're not able to manifest money or manifest the desire that we want. Yeah, because when we have very strong attachments to our desires, it's like having our hands closed in a clenched like this, and so as a result we're not able to open to receive. But in order to open our hand and receive, we got to let go. We got to let go of the attachment. Yeah. So and she wrote about how we can learn how to detach and to surrender and to let go, knowing that at the same time knowing that it's not a passive activity. And so when we detach, surrender, and let go, it's like as if we open our hand to receive, and so we are allowing ourselves to easily receive what the universe wants to give us. Yeah. And this book also, what I found very different from other money books is that she has one chapter entirely on inner child healing, and she did say in the book that a lot of money books out there or manifestation has neglected the topic on inner child. Yeah, because our inner child, when the inner child is reacting, okay, because her emotional wounds are not met, all right, and so as a result, the inner child is the one that is driving a lot of our tendencies, our impulsive behaviors, actions, and choices that are often very steeped in scarcity. And no wonder, sometimes it's so difficult for money to flow into us. Yeah. And she also wrote about how all of us tend to have cords of scarcity. Cords are energy attachments, so it is very important to have energetic clearing or to cut cords in cords of scarcity, so then we can invite more abundance and money into our life. So the way she wrote the book was very simple, very easy reading, and she doesn't talk down to the readers, and most importantly, it was so relatable. Yeah. She wrote about her own personal experiences as well as her clients' experiences and all that. Tosha, her background, she's an astrologer, and also she's given a lot of soul readings for nearly 30 over years. She's now in her 60s, so there are a lot of experiences and some stories from her clients as well, and there's a lot that we can relate to. So I read the book. I read it like 6 times, okay, and each time I read, it could be the same sentence, but each time I read, it just means different thing to me at different times. Yeah. And I followed the steps in the book, and each sentence, each step gradually enabled me to release that fear, release that insecurity. And what came in place of that insecurity was that gradual move towards detachment, surrendering, and letting go. I gotta admit that there were at some points it was not easy, okay, because we all carry a lot of conditioning and limiting beliefs about ourselves and also about money and so on. But I think a couple of years back when I was reading this book, I think I was kind of desperate, and so I thought, what have I got to lose? Just try it anyway. And so I pushed on, and then things got better and better. All right. And over time, what I realized that I was actually developing trust within me and developing trust in money. Yeah. Okay. And so trust, that's the thing, the feeling of trust, the essence of trust is the one that makes us feel safe and secure, not money. Okay. However, money is the byproduct. Money, what I discovered was money became the byproduct of the trust that I developed within me and the trust that I have with people, the trust that I have everything that's in my life. Money became the byproduct when I detached and let go of old beliefs and old stuff. Money became the byproduct when I let go of resentment and bitterness. Yeah. Money became the byproduct of inner child healing, emotional healing. Yeah. So, so this book is basically about learning how to develop trust within us, because we got to admit that deep down inside us, we still have a lot of doubts. And the doubts are the ones that develop into fear and all that. And so with doubts and fear, sometimes it creates chaos in our aura, anxiety and so on. And money is not attracted to fear. Money is attracted to love and trust. But she also mentioned in the book, it doesn't mean that you need to have positivity all the time, or you need to be positive thinking all the time. And each time when you feel negative thoughts, or you have fear, it doesn't mean that money will just stop flowing. What we just got to be conscious of is the repetitive thoughts and the fear, how we are allowing the fear to have a very tight grip on us, to colonize our body. Then that is something that we need to do, and one of which is to heal the inner child. Yeah. Okay. So as I said, money is attracted to love and trust, just as you and I would as a divine soul. We are attracted to love and trust. We are not attracted to fear or chaos, right? Yeah. So love and trust are your foundations from which you can build and expand further your true abundance, and alongside, you can invite more money and prosperity into your life. So how is this book related to my project, Becoming a Vehicle of Abundance? If you're keen to reset your relationship with money, to have an open, loving, trusting and healthier relationship with money, rather than coming from a place of fear and scarcity all the time, then buy this book. Okay? Buy the book, read the book, get familiarized with it, and then join the sacred circle which I'm going to create. In this sacred circle, we will be discussing themes from the book, like a book club. And from there, I will facilitate teaching sessions and meditations for energetic clearing, activating and inviting abundance into your life. Yeah. Now, I would highly recommend this project to those of you who are starting self-employment, or if you're freelancing, or you're in transition from full-time employment to self-employment, or if you're in between jobs, contract job or part-time job at this moment, all your wage is dependent on the number of hours that you work only. Okay, I have been, I've moved from corporate, full-time employment to freelancing, and then now as a self-employed person. So I fully understand the ups and downs that you go through, the uncertainties about money and how unconsciously that can create a lot of fear and anxiety within you. It's very different indeed from full-time employment, where your salary is banked in every month like clockwork. Okay. Now, for those of you who are working full-time, all right, you're most certainly welcome to join the Sacred Circle. I know you receive a salary on a monthly basis, but think about it. If you are still facing insecurity due to fears of not having enough, then come and learn to build a better relationship with money and with yourself. So as I mentioned at the start of this video, abundance is more than just money. But what you'll be learning through the Sacred Circle is not only having a better relationship with money, but having a better relationship with yourself. Building a trusting, loving, supportive, and enabling disabled relationship with yourself. This is all part of self-love. Yeah. Okay. So now information on where to buy this book, information on the program outline, the dates for our sessions, and also the energy exchange. I'm going to share it on email. So please note, at this stage right now, I'm still finalizing the mechanics of the program, so bear with me. But I decided to give you a heads up about this project, just to give you time to buy the book and read it, and also to save money for this learning, so that come April, when you join us in the Sacred Circle, you'll get a lot more out of this whole process. Okay. So that's it from me. If you have any questions about this project, becoming a vehicle of abundance, please feel free to get in touch with me. Take care, thank you, and lots of love. All right, bye for now. Cheers.